better watch your back, you little hoe.
Who is this?
I'm your worst nightmare. Today.
I'm not going today.
Are you all right?
I just don't feel like going.
Do you feel okay?
I'm fine. I'm gonna go work on my homework.
All right. Too busy screwing the football team to go to field hockey practice? Be careful. Skipping practice will only make you fatter. Who would want to date a fat, skanky hoe like you?
Leave me the F alone.
I'll never leave you alone.
Why are you doing this?
Because I want the whole world to know you're a filthy, dirty hoe bag.
Who do you think you are, you effing bitch?
Hannah, are you on the face place again? I thought you were doing your homework. Did you just send that?
Yes.
Hannah, that's not the way I raised you to speak to your friends.
But you should see what they're saying to me.
That
They're
makes
not
no
my
difference.
friends.
You've got to be the bigger person. People are going to say all kinds of things to you, but you're responsible for your words, and that's inappropriate.
But you didn't even.
You have to learn to ignore people, Hannah. Just log off and shut down.
Fine. Why are you doing this? I'm not a slut.
You say you're not a slut? Let's let the school decide. www.ishannah.com. Is Hannah a slut? You decide. Rate Hannah from 1 to 10. 1, not slutty. 10, a big fat hoe. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Share Hannah's sluttiness on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and MySpace.
Sadness finds its way on me on any given day. I just end up feeling guilty. I don't know how many times I've told you, I don't know how I am this way. It's as if sometimes I have just fallen. I stopped getting my address. Life, it just seems to cover me. To these moments that
Although the full play is 20 minutes long, we're going to stop it here so you can see where the real work begins.
In theater of the oppressed work, the audience has the opportunity to offer advice to the protagonist if you'd like to see her make a different choice during the play to alter the ending.
So I'm going to put it all out to you. Was there a moment in that shortened version of this play where you saw that, where you wanted Hannah to make a different choice than the one she was making in that moment?
Yes,
Yes? What did you want her to do? What choice did you want her to make?
I wanted her to go to her mother and really try to talk to her mother.
Okay, so you wanted her to talk to her mother? Anybody else have any other places they saw where you wanted Hannah to do something different? Well, let's try that out.
Okay.
And see what happens. What do you want her to say to her mother?
Oh man, I'm not kidding. I don't know. Like when her mother came over and looked at the screen and told her to close it, maybe to go back to her after maybe a couple days, so go back to her and say, look, you've got to read this. I can't handle it.
Okay.
That's just why I'm not going to school.
Okay, look, you've got to read this. I can't handle it. This is why I'm not going to school.
Okay.
You got it, Tiara? All right. All right, so we're going to try that out and see what happens. Tiara's gonna use those lines you gave her, and we'll see what happens. So, you guys, can you help me out? Let's give them all together a big 1, 2, 3 action. Ready? 1, 2, 3, action!
You better watch your back, you little hoe.
Mom?
Yeah, sweetie, what is it? Listen, dinner's almost ready. Can you come down?
I just can't handle these messages. I've been getting these for a while and I just can't handle it anymore.
What do you mean you can't handle it?
This is why I'm not going to school or anything.
Wait, you haven't been going, I mean, I knew you weren't going to field hockey, but Hannah, you've got to talk to me about these things. Have you been getting a lot of these messages?
Yes.
Well, nobody is going to make my baby girl feel like this about her life. You're the one who's a little slut. You should leave my daughter alone. Were you raised in a barn?
Are you serious?
Well, yes. You can't let people walk all over you, Hannah.
And pause.
So you can see, as the mother, my job is not to be the perfect mother and respond in the ideal way, but I actually create some realistic obstacles that might come up. Because the idea with Theater of the Oppressed work is not like an after-school special with a magic solution, but actually for the audience to get to rehearse for life.
And we offer the audience member that suggested this idea to you to come up to take my spot as Hannah.
Which you don't have to do tonight, but we do offer. And when that happens, and an audience member becomes Hannah, and I start to problematize the situation with them, really exciting things happen.
Tiara is a student at Fern Creek High School, and she and her colleagues there have helped us to adapt this version for use in middle schools, and have been traveling around for 2 years with us to middle schools in the area doing this performance. Tiara, can you tell us one of your favorite moments from working with Looking for Lilith?
I think my favorite moment would have to be like when we performed at one of the middle schools, and after the performance, one of the students actually came up and told us that she was having these kind of problems.
For me, my favorite moment was when I realized how, even though we all come from different places and we are all very different, we are all connected and we can all share the same story.
For me, it was learning the power of candling in.
Being able to experience the memories of others. Performing Lilith plays where they took place.
For me, it was when we went to the University of Miami in Ohio, and a young girl from Guatemala told me how much we reminded her of her home.
For me, it was sharing the stories of those that have passed before us, and in that way helping them live again.
For me, it was the thrill of creating and directing Women Speak Iraq, a one-woman show with 14 distinct female characters.
For me, it was working with women in Guatemala, many of whom had never even seen a play, to create an original play based on their own personal experiences and discovering that they can dare to dream.
For me, it's the generosity of all of the women who have shared their stories with us over the last 10 years. 10 more years?
At least.